Welcome to Fitz Painting and Repairs Garage. Today's project, working on the 96 Wide Glide. We've got fork seal leaking on the one side, and it appears that possibly my brake bleeder is leaking, and if it's not leaking, it's just fork oil running down on it. But anyways, it needs to be changed because this bleeder valve is stripped out, and when we pull the front end apart, we're going to be re-bleeding out the system. So we'll put a brand new bleeder in that down here. And if you look down in here, I cleaned out all the fluid that was down in there, but it's still wet. That whole back edge was full all the way up to the top edge of that. You know, the oil was full. It was leaking. It's definitely leaking. And if you look at the dust seal, the dust seal's cracked. So, you know, you just pull these up off. Sometimes you got to use a little screwdriver because there's a little lip right there. Just pop them off. I was able to just pull it up because it's pretty shot. So, but those clips don't look old or rusted or anything like that. So somebody might have done these fork seals at one time and then just didn't do them correctly, or maybe they pop loose, you know. It's not like I ride hard or anything like that, but we've got a brand new fork seal kit here. Thanks to a friend of mine. His shop is called Independent Motorcycle Repair here in Altamont, Castleberry area. And we're going to do this rebuild kit. And we're going to do rear brake pads because we had one get damaged. Well, both of them, the leading edge, trailing edge of them, got damaged because we lost a brake pad pin. That pin right there that goes through holds the caliper to the mounts, and the pad slide, you know, it moves back and forth on this little pin. I lost this back one, and the whole caliper was cocking up like that, and it chattered up the brake pads and messed them up. So you really can't see up in there. Let me see if I can find a quick flashlight. Not too bad. They're not real super damaged or nothing, but we're gonna pull them apart, replace it. They're actually good pads. You know, they got plenty of pad on them, but they just got damaged, so we're gonna pull them off and replace them. That's the plan. So we're gonna get the bike up in the air. Well, it's up in the air. Jack the front end up. Start pulling apart this front end. To do the front seals and fork fluid, what we're gonna do is we're going to pull the front tire and all, but first thing what we're going to do is we're going to want to crack this and loosen all this stuff while we got it in the vise and we got it on this, and you know, we'll get this top bolt cap busted, you know, knocked loose. We use the force of the triple tree clamp to hold this in place, and also the force of the hoop on the front fender and the front axle to help it keep from twisting. And once we got that cracked loose up here, we will also crack loose the Allen that goes up in there that holds the dampener in. Get that cracked using the spring force that's already on it and the fork oil. Once we have those two things cracked, then we will pull this and we will drain out all the fluid, let the fluid drain out, and then we will start to disassemble. And you got to take top triple tree. We're going to take that cap off, pull this bolt out, and then we're going to come down here, pull that pinch bolt right there, pop that loose, and then we got to pull the turn signals because these are fork mounted aftermarket turn signals. And we will pull the front fender, and then we will pull cap nuts and the axle nuts, pull the front tire off, and then we'll remove each side one at a time, and we will disassemble it completely and change out everything and inspect everything. And seals are pretty easy. That little wire clip in there, you just get in there with a flat blade and pop that loose, pull it up out of there. And when you got the fork out, you grab the bottom end, and then the other hand you can grab the top end, and you just slide it like jackhammer style apart, holding it firmly, and the force of that will pull that black seal up out of that, and you get that black seal up out of that, and that's it. Well, you gotta take that Allen out of the bottom. You get the Allen out of the bottom, and then you pop that loose. So, and then everything comes apart, and then you got your little cup on the bottom of the dampener, and then your dampener and your springs and all that stuff inside. You replace all that. Well, you measure all the springs and make sure that your free links are good, so that, you know, spring's not weak or, you know, over length or whatever. You find out what's going on inside there, and measure everything, and take your tubes, lay them on a flat surface and roll them, and look for any warpage or bendage in it. And an easy way to do that is, after you get your triple trees pulled loose and you're sliding it down, you take it and turn it, and you look as it turns, you can see lining up with the hole if it's bent or warped. Don't suspect mine to be bent or warped. I just think that one seal is leaking. This side here is good, and we'll kind of see if we can pop this side up. No, this side's on there tight. Oh, there it goes. No, it won't come up. But you see how it's popped loose right there. So this is what we get. You don't want to go for a metal screwdriver like everybody does, because that nicks up that chrome. So we can get these things. Broke. There we go. These little plastic door panel things. They work great. They're nylon, high strength. For popping your car door panels off. Put that in there. Just get up underneath it. Work your way around. Get it up out of that groove. It's harder to do one-handed and hold the camera. But I got it up. There you go. You just work it and it comes right up like that. The little lip inside the rubber goes inside that big groove right there. You just pull them up and you can get access. Some of them have metal ones, and the metal ones usually, they take a punch and ping it so that there's a little dent, and usually it's back here on the inside. And you just kind of got to get up underneath that with a real thin screwdriver or something, real thin, you know, something, and ladyfinger or something, you know, get that up underneath there and just kind of pop it, chisel, you know, punch, little punch or something, catch the edge of it and pop that metal one up over, you know. So some of them have a metal dust cover. These have a good rubber, you know, one on them. At least that side's good. That side over there is bad. So we're going to replace both of them. We got two brand new ones. Might as well. Alright, stay tuned.